For most parents, raising teenage girls is never an easy job. Many daughters stop communicating as they take their first steps into womanhood. But should the lack of talking send warning signs to parents? Youth worker Michelle Mitchell has been working with teenage girls for a decade and she joins us this morning. Good morning, Michelle. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Natasha.
Now, you've released your new book about what teenage girls don't tell their parents. I found this such a fascinating read. Now, what I found very insightful was the fact that you said when these teenagers were talking about their experiences so honestly, you thought they were from actually very troubled backgrounds.
Yeah, if you read the diary entries by themselves, you would probably assume that they were from quite dysfunctional home lives. But when I read them, I realised how much teenage girls exaggerate things, how much they blow things out of proportion in their mind. And it's really very normal teenage behaviour for kids to sort of have a few really unsettled years.
So if you think you are struggling with your very emotional teenager, this behaviour is normal, how important is that to reinforce that message to parents that this is normal behaviour?
Absolutely, and that's one of the key messages in the book. You know, an old lady once came up to me and said, parenting is only difficult, Michelle, when you're doing a good job of it. And I just want to let parents know that I guess if they're finding it a challenge bringing up a teenager, it's probably because they're doing a great job of it.
And in regards, Michelle, to some of your chapters, I thought it was excellent. In chapter 4, you say, she's my best friend forever. That's what a teenage girl would say. But she really means,
right.
I want to be treated better. That's very insightful.
Yeah, teenage friendships are just up and down like a roller coaster, and they really do hide a lot of the bullying that happens away from their parents. They don't want their parents to become overly involved. They want to look like they can handle it all themselves. And there's nothing worse for a teenager than not having friends at school. So they put up with a lot sometimes to be in the popular group or to at least have friends so they're not sort of isolated.
So, Michelle, how do you as a parent guide your teenage daughters through these very challenging years?
I think relax is really a good point. Remember that teenagers are going to be teenagers. They're not many adults. They're teenagers. Expect them to have some ups and downs. Expect to have to work hard to stay connected to them. And that's what really the book is all about. It's sharing secrets with parents to help them stay connected with their teenager.
Michelle, I could talk about this topic for hours, but we've run out of time. Thanks so much for joining us from our Brisbane newsroom this morning.
Thank you so much, Natasha.